Well, good morning and welcome back to our journey through Lent toward the crucifixion of Jesus and the celebration of the resurrection on Easter Sunday. As we've made this journey together these past 40 days, one thing that has continually caught my attention, perhaps more this year than ever, was the scheming that took place to have Jesus killed. I know the crucifixion is at the heart of the gospel. Without it, there would have been no need for a resurrection. But what was going on behind the scenes in the circles of power to have Jesus killed, and why? A few days ago we saw that John 11:48 said, "If we let him go on like this, all men will believe in him, and the Romans will come and take away both our place and our nation." It was all about power, control, wealth, and position. They had to put a stop to this. From that, we went to Bethany and Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead. Now, nothing quite garners attention like dead people coming back to life. And as word spread of Lazarus' resurrection, lots of people were beginning to believe that Jesus really was the promised Messiah of Israel. And so in John chapter 12, we read just how intense the hatred was for Jesus by the Jewish leaders. We'll pick it up at John 12, verse 9. The large crowd of the Jews then learned that he was there, and they came not for Jesus' sake only, but that they might also see Lazarus, whom he raised from the dead. But the chief priests planned to put Lazarus to death also, because on account of him, many of the Jews were going away and were believing in Jesus. Now think about this. The Jewish leaders are plotting to kill Jesus. And now they're plotting to kill Lazarus too. All this in the name of protecting their position, their power, and their prestige. Killing people, thinking they're doing a service to God. Now there were three major sins that continually brought God's judgment against Israel throughout the Old Testament: idolatry, sexual immorality, and the shedding of innocent blood. And Jesus specifically condemned them for the shedding of innocent blood, which culminated with his own crucifixion. He warned them in Matthew 23 that it was for this that God was going to hold that generation accountable for the guilt of all the righteous blood shed on the earth, from the blood of righteous Abel to the blood of Zechariah, the son of Berechiah, whom they had murdered between the temple and the altar. And Jesus pronounces, "Truly, I say to you, all these things will come upon this generation." They were the terminal generation. They were the ones who were going to kill the Lord of glory. As we walk through these last few days before the crucifixion, we know that the crucifixion is central to the story of Jesus. But it's also important to address the fact that he was killed unjustly. Yes, he was murdered. And the text of Scripture identifies who his murderers were and exactly how God was going to hold them accountable. This is a part of the story that often gets left out. Well, thanks for joining me this morning. And I look forward to being with you again tomorrow morning right here as we continue to unpack the significance of the murder of Jesus. I hope you go out and make today a great day.